book of Revelation is the most awesome book. It's the climax of the ages, and it's time that we understand it. Enjoy the series. Hebrews 10 says, sacrifice and offerings are not going to do it. The blood of bulls and calves, it can be offered year by year. It's not going to do it. It's not going to do it, not going to do it. He says instead of removing the sins of people, you know what he did? It reminded them that they can never be free. So when Jesus came and he took the last Passover with him, you know what he said? The minute he says, I'll never eat this again with you until in the kingdom. Now the Passover was kept. It was a yearly, annual festival. And they only took it once a year. And 3 days after Jesus took it with him, 2 disciples that was walking to Emmaus met Jesus along the way. They didn't even see it was Jesus. They were so caught up in their own little situations. And when he took communion, their eyes opened. And the kingdom was actually brought down to this earth. And there he ate this wonderful Passover that now turned into a communion, which we can actually now take every day. We don't do it yearly. But it's like, even though the kingdom came, it was like it just couldn't break through, because the gospel first had to be preached to all the Jews around the Mediterranean. Jesus came to the Jews first. And that is why he actually called Paul out himself. He handpicked Paul. And Paul preached this wonderful word all around the Mediterranean. But there's an amazing scripture in Hebrews 9 which says, while the old system stays a recognized institution, the new can never fully come. Now if you go back to Hebrews 10, it says, seeing that the blood of bulls and calves can never take away the sin. He says, now a body I have prepared. And he goes on about the sacrifices. And verse 9, he says, lo, in the volume of the book it's written, I've come to do your will. And then he goes on about the sacrifices that's not going to make it. And then he says, I've come to remove the old and bring in the new. Now, there was a 40-year space period from the cross up to the burning down of Jerusalem, 40 years, which was foreshadowed by the 40 years that it took them to get out of Egypt. They wandered in that desert for 40 years till a whole generation was taken out. Now, this is exactly what happened. And this is what the book of Revelation is actually about. On the cross, Jesus paid the price. He conquered Satan. He made an open display of him. He spoiled him, man. He really stripped him. He was disarmed and defeated for good. He was now really sailing. And remember, he had no brains because his head is smashed. The only thing he can do is deceive. The law came by Moses. Grace and truth came by Jesus. But because of his deception, people keep on holding to the law. Christ is the end of the law. It's a new life in the Spirit. And that is why we have to read the book of Revelation. It helps us and frees us. But you see, we have to come to a point where we understand the whole book. As John said, I am your brother in tribulation and the kingdom, in the patience of Jesus Christ. And this is where we find ourselves. The patience of Jesus Christ. We have no idea what Jesus has done for us. He became the last Adam, because Revelation 1 says he's the first and the last. Come on, he's the beginning and the ending. God has no beginning. God has no end. What does that mean? He's the author and the finisher of our faith. Hebrews 12. So he's the first. He became like the first Adam. God sending his son in sinful flesh, condemned sin in the flesh. He was the first, and now he was made a quickening spirit, and he became the last Adam. We can't go back to Adam. You see, and we've been deceived by wrong doctrines and teachings. And then we want to go into this judgment thing and say, yeah, they didn't teach us right. Whoa, whoa, whoa. As time goes, revelation grows and the light is illuminating more of the Word. We are living in the greatest time ever. I dare you to go read Revelation. You're going to start understanding it.